I am Johnny Chimpo, and this is Adventures with me, Johnny Chimpo. Thanks for watching. Today's adventure is actually the start of a series of videos that I'm creating at the moment. The name of this series is called Dashing Across America. What I am doing currently is I'm embarking on an adventure that's going to take me from my home in the Midwest a significant distance across the country to take care of a couple of things I need to take care of, which we won't discuss here. As I was sitting around trying to decide how I was going to do this trip, how I'm going to accomplish this drive across America, it dawned on me that, hey, why not take some time, do a little bit of planning, and maybe make some videos along the way? And then it hit me. If you've watched my intro to the channel video, you know that I am semi-retired, we'll call it, and to make a little money, I am a gig econ worker. I am an Uber driver, an Uber Eats driver. I also drive for DoorDash and Grubhub. So I decided I'm going to try something that I haven't really seen much of on YouTube. Each day, I'm going to journey across the country and stop in a different city. And then in that city, I'm going to log in and drive for DoorDash. And the idea behind it, the whole thing is to try to cover that day's expenses by driving DoorDash in a different city each day. I don't know if this is going to work. This could be a great thing. It could work quite well, or it could be an epic failure. Either way, I hope it's entertaining. I don't know which is better, succeeding or failing. People actually like to watch failure, so it's quite possible if I fail, I'd get more views than if I don't fail. But we'll see how that goes. I am currently underway, as you can probably see by the movement in the windows around me. I've already departed on today's journey, which will take me to a city. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what city. If you want to know where the first stop is and where I'm going to try door dashing first, you're going to have to come back for the next episode in this series. Today is going to be just documenting my journey to that first city, and we're going to stop a few places along the way. I don't know what those places are. We're just going to stop, kind of wing it. If I see something that looks interesting and I have the time, I'll pull over. We'll take some video. We'll talk about what's there. If I can, I will actually throw the drone in the air and see if we can get some good drone footage to include in this video, and see how things go. You may notice, I don't know if you can see back behind me here, but during this entire journey, to try to minimize these costs and increase my chances for success, I'm actually not going to be staying in hotels. I'm going to be living on my car. And the idea behind this is I'm trying to combine multiple popular video ideas that people watch on YouTube. There's a whole culture out there called van lifers. This is obviously not a van, it's just my car. But in this van life culture, there's a lot of people who live out of their vehicles, Priuses, Broncos, anything you can think of. Even though I don't live in this vehicle, I decided to try to live in this vehicle for the next week and a half as I'm doing this adventure to see how that goes. I'll tell you more about that later, by the way. We'll do a whole tour of the car just so you can see how I'm living, how I'm trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. In addition to the short travel videos I'm going to be doing, and then of course the door dashing videos. We're going to bring it all together on this adventure and see if we can make it work. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you'll come back for future videos in this series. And we're going to be getting started here shortly. I do ask if you could please subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss anything coming up in this video series. Please leave a comment down below, and I'll try to respond to all those comments that I can, and tell your friends about the video. Alright, let's get this thing rolling. We'll see you at our first stop. Hello, we are here in Walcott, Iowa at a place that I am told is the largest truck stop in the world. Why do I think that? Because it says so, you know, right there on that sign. We're gonna go inside here in a second, take a look around. I just want to make a quick stop to see what all the fuss is about. Maybe we'll throw the drone in the air if we don't get in trouble. And take a look at some things from above. All right, let's go. All right, so we did go inside, we walked around a bit. Let me tell you, I think they're right. I think this is the world's largest truck stop. It's actually quite, well, it's huge in there. And they have just about everything. They have a food court, that in that food court, like I said, there's a Taco Bell, a Wendy's, a Pizza Hut, a bagel and coffee place. There were 5 total restaurants there, and then of course the family style sit-down restaurant that they call the kitchen, which looked really nice, by the way. As you saw by the video I shot, they have everything. They have everything you could possibly imagine if you're a truck driver. Every piece of chrome, every light fixture, everything. I mean, you could probably build a whole truck in there. I did not see where the Trucker Museum is at, but I'm told that it is part of this complex. I think it's an exterior building someplace, and it's supposed to be pretty cool. But due to COVID, of course, it's not currently open. So even if I did find it, we wouldn't be able to see it anyway. But as you can see by walking around, it's pretty massive in there. And they pretty much have anything and everything you could ever possibly want. So here's the deal. If you're passing through this area of the Midwest on Interstate 80 and you need a place to get some food, maybe get some fuel, just get out of the car for a while, walk around, give the family something to do, there's no better place. I mean, this place is huge and it has everything you could possibly imagine. So I give it 2 thumbs up. If you want a good place to get off the road for a while, this is your place. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and let's get back on the road and see what else we can find up the road just a little bit. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, when we came out of there, the Iowa 80 truck stop, before we went in, I said that I believe they probably have just about everything you could ever need. Well, I was wrong. They actually have everything you could ever need, plus one, because in case you didn't notice, in the truck drivers area, not only was there a dentist like I had mentioned, but there's also a chiropractor. So you can get chiropractic care, you can get your teeth fixed, you can take a shower, you can build your truck, replace any part in it, all that stuff. So it's a pretty amazing place, and like I said, they don't have everything. They have everything plus things you could never possibly think you might ever need. Well, I decided to make a side trip as I was passing through Iowa City to stop here at the campus of the University of Iowa. So here I am. I would like to take you on a tour, but to be quite honest with you, there's two problems with taking a tour. One, this is a gigantic campus, and I really don't know my way around. I've only been here a couple of times. So it would take a really long time to get that done. And two, we don't have that kind of time. So I decided to stop at the one place that everybody probably is familiar with, and that is the sports complex, at least the main sports complexes. I'm here in the parking lot of the football stadium, Kinnick Stadium, I believe it's called. And right across the street, kind of over there behind me, is Hawkeye Arena. I don't know if we'll be able to see that. It's a little bit harder to get into there. The stadium's actually kind of right over behind where the camera's at. I'll show you that here in a second. And then across the street, kind of over that way, is the University of Iowa Hospitals. The University of Iowa Hospitals is a top-notch facility, quite honestly, one of the top-rated hospitals in the Midwest and probably beyond there. I've had multiple family and friends go there for treatment, and I can tell you right now, including my own experiences, I've never had contact with a physician or a nurse or any other staff member there. They didn't just bend over backwards to make you feel comfortable and do the best job that they could possibly do. And of course, the services they provide are some of the best around. So I can't say enough. Part of that hospital now is the Children's Hospital, and of course the Cancer Center. The Cancer Center is where I have the most experience with, but the Children's Hospital here on campus is one of their newer places, and it's literally right across the street from the stadium here. And I want to mention that it was several years ago now, the University of Iowa sports teams and the football stadium kind of gained some national notoriety. ESPN even did a little story on it where just prior to every home game that takes place in the stadium, all the fans and the football players and the staff stop and turn around and wave at all the children that are in the Children's Hospital. And it got incredibly popular. The nurses and the other staff in the Children's Hospital now actually bring anyone who's capable up to the windows so they can watch this take place and actually even maybe see a little bit of the game. And it's a pretty cool thing, really. I'm going to turn the camera around real quick and just show you a little bit of the university and the stadium here. And then with any luck, I will throw the drone up in the air. I don't know if I can actually fly the drone here or not, so even if I do, it's going to be a really, really quick thing because I don't want to break any rules or get in any trouble. My drone is set up to where if it's a no-fly zone, it shouldn't let me fly it, so we'll just see how it goes. So with any luck, I'll have some drone footage going on right after this, but here you go. Like I said, this is the football stadium here, the main football stadium. It's a gigantic facility. I didn't mention that I asked Siri how many students are enrolled at the University of Iowa, and I assume not all of them are at this particular campus, but their total enrollment at the moment is 32,948 students enrolled to attend the University of Iowa. That's a huge, huge number. So this, like I said, this campus is just huge. There's no way I can show it all to you. So I'm going to do this. And like I said, right over there, in fact, that building you can see just to the lower left of the stadium, that's part of the hospital, and then the hospital's to the right of there and beyond. Just over here past this building, which you cannot see, is the basketball stadium, Hawkeye Arena. Again, I wish I could show you that, but I can't. So let me see if I can get the drone up in the air for a few seconds of video footage, and then we'll move on from here. Well, unfortunately, I'm not able to provide the drone footage, even though I can technically... Whoop, hold on. Sorry about that. Even though I technically can fly the drone, it will let me take off. It is restricted airspace, and you have to have authorization prior to flight to do any kind of recording around here. And on a last-minute thing like I'm doing now, there's just no way that's going to happen. I don't feel comfortable trying to do that. I don't want to get myself in any trouble, so we decided just to land the drone and nix that whole idea. Making this trip to the university campus a bit of a train wreck, to be honest with you, an epic failure as we like to call it. So I apologize for that, but at least we're here. You saw a little bit of the stadium, just a little bit, but it's time for me to move on, see what else we can find on our travels today. Hey y'all, I got a question. Did you all know that Iowa has a NASCAR track? Well, guess what? They do. Right here in Newton, Iowa, just outside of Des Moines, just east of Des Moines actually, they do have a full-blown NASCAR track. Welcome to Des Moines, Iowa, the capital of the state of Iowa. Alright, what I just showed you there ever so briefly was the state capitol building in Des Moines, Iowa. Obviously that's the state capital for Iowa, if you didn't figure that out. Strangely, one of the roads that runs right next to it is called Pennsylvania Avenue. I wonder if there's any coincidence there. Sorry about that. It's a very impressive campus. If you walked around to the other side of the building, which I did not have time to do, it overlooks... At the light, turn left. The city of... merge onto I-235 West. It overlooks downtown Des Moines, which we're going to drive by here on the interstate. You won't be able to see it, but it actually is a really nice view. The building looks amazing. Pretty impressive, actually. Alright, that fuel stop is now completed. We went to Costco in West Des Moines, Iowa. As you can see here on the receipt, if I can get it to focus, right there. The fuel cost was $2.53.9 a gallon. We pumped 6.8 gallons, and the cost was $17.35. We decided to go ahead and go to Costco for lunch because they have the most amazing little deal here. It's not a great lunch, but it's a tasty hot dog and a drink. Total cost after tax, $1.61. So we're gonna sit here, we're gonna eat our hot dog, and then we're gonna get back on the road. If you ever want to know what a $1.50 Costco hot dog looks like, right here it is. They're actually pretty good. I think this is a quarter-pound all-beef hot dog. As you can see, it sticks out the end of the bun even. Back in the day, before the pandemic, they even had a really nice condiment bar where you could get everything from sauerkraut to diced onions to relish, ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, all kinds of things. But since the pandemic, they can't do that anymore. Hopefully it'll come back soon. So, your $1.50 hot dog is just ketchup and mustard. But still, I mean, how can you beat it? It's a refillable drink. And a quarter-pound all-beef hot dog with tax, $1.61. Delicious. All right, here we are again. We are no longer in Iowa. I've heard that before. I don't think anybody wants to be in Iowa, right? I'm just kidding. Welcome to Nebraska. I'm just kidding. Obviously, you can see the Chief sign behind me. We are in Kansas City, Missouri. Taking a quick stop here to see Arrowhead Stadium, which you can clearly see right there. What's really cool is I didn't realize until I got here that the Royal Stadium is also in this complex. And that's it right over there. We really don't have much more than that. I just wanted to stop by and see it because I've never been here before. Get another one of those things where I'd really like throw a drone up in the air over the top and get an aerial view. I think that'd be way cool, but I think they'd also probably arrest me. They frown upon things like that. So there it is. The home of the quarterback that should have been in Chicago, but they're not smart enough. I do have two questions though. Kansas City isn't known for much. Obviously the Royals are here, and I'm sure the people live here say, hey, they're known for everything. But what are the two things that are the most popular in this town? Number one, you could say it's the Chiefs. And number two is barbecue. Now, that being said, there's barbecue places all over this town because Kansas City barbecue is kind of a staple. But there is one that I think you could say is the most popular. I've seen it on many shows on the Food Network, etc. So we're gonna take a spin over there real quick and check it out. You'll see what I mean when I get there. All right, as promised, here it is, the world famous Arthur Bryant's Barbecue. Honestly, I hear the food here is spectacular. I'm not sure I'm ready to eat dinner yet tonight. It's a little early in the day. I really wish I was. Otherwise, I'd stop in and get some. But I hear it's amazing. I still think it's probably one of the best in town. But there you go. Arthur Bryant's Barbecue, Kansas City, Missouri. And there's my little car sitting right in front of it. All right. I think I'm going to end this video here. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button with a notification bell on. Tell your friends about the video and leave a comment down below. Oh, and by the way, stay tuned for the next episode where you will find out how successful or how much of a failure it was trying to run a DoorDash to see if I can make up for today's expenses. I don't think it's going to be too difficult though, because I have some inside information on a neighborhood I think is going to be pretty good. And I've only spent $20 so far today, but I do have to put some more gas in the car before we start, so that'll count on today's. So I figure I've only got to make $40. Anything over that is just going to be profit. And no, I won't roll that over into tomorrow's activities. Whatever I make today will be just for today. Well, this lighting is terrible. I apologize. I don't really have the hang of this quite yet. But the extra will just go in the bank. I will not be adding it on to tomorrow's total. Tomorrow will start in the morning when I leave, and then whatever I spend tomorrow, I'll have to make tomorrow on the next stop. So, if you want to know where I'm going to be running a DoorDash shift, and if I fail or if I succeed, simply tune in to the next episode. Once again, thanks for watching.